Hey everybody, welcome. Thanks for sticking around. This is sort of like a part 2 of what I was doing on the last video. But the next video I want to talk about is actually going back to basics. As you can see there, that's something I drafted up. We'll have a look at that in the next video. But anyway, I'll just play a little bit of this and then we'll talk about it and I'll break it down. Basically, you can kind of hear I've sped it up a little bit. I'm not actually playing the back half of this. I'll just concentrate on this front part. 1 eanda, 2 eanda, 3 eanda beats per minute. I'm not using a metronome, but I'll count myself in. It's a 16th note feel, so it's 1 eanda, 2 eanda, 3 eanda, 4 eanda, 1 eanda, 2 eanda, 3 eanda, 4 eanda, 1 eanda, 2 eanda, 3 eanda, 4. So basically, once you get the feel of this style of drumming, you can capitalize on it. I'm not talking about overplaying, I'm talking about like knowledge. Get your way around the drum kit, be creative with it. Like I tried to explain in the last video I did, like you can do, I showed you could actually use this all the way around the kit. And it sounded even great when you did this. So on, so on, so on. But you can also use it in a groove. So basically you got to have that that groove going. You've got to have the groove going. Try and play it in the pocket the best way you can. So on and so on. You can play it fast, you can play it slow, but it's a great groove to muck around with. You can hear the triplet moving off the snare and off the kick. So what I'm doing on the kick, I'm doing that back half, which is like a triplet just before the accent, and I'm playing the shuffle with the backbeat with the birdie, Bernard. The Bernard Purdy. Bernard Purdy. Yeah, Bernard Purdy. Yeah, that's the one. Not Donald Duck, but Bernard Purdy. You can do lots of fills with it. It's a lot of fun. So the last time I think I spoke of the time before, so I'm relatively a little tiny minnow in a massive big ocean. That's a question that I threw back at YouTube the other day. There's a lot of you guys out there, a lot of drummers out there that are brilliant drummers, and you've got all the gear set up. I just have what you see here and now. I don't have lots of mics. I have a mic on the kick drum off a little baby PA, maybe just to give a bit of clarity to this video. I'm using a Galaxy S10 phone, so I really haven't got the greatest of technology working for me, but I feel compelled to give you guys some good information on drumming, and it's a lot of fun. And speed comes with time, and you have to relax. Like all the greats like Buddy Rich, Louis Bellson, Gene Krupa. Okay, Gene Krupa was older than Buddy Rich, and he actually referred to him as a young 19-year-old that had an incredible talent. So Gene Krupa was, yeah, he's the granddaddy of all the drumming when it came to jazz drumming. And Gene Krupa and Buddy Rich's left hand, incredible. The speed, the prowess. But a lot of those guys, if you learn, like I said, if you learn the fulcrum point of the stick, oh, I dropped it again. If you learn the fulcrum point of the stick, find the balance of the stick, maybe the stick's a bit too light. But if you find the balance of the stick, hang on, without trying to drop it, or trying to big note, or trying to do the wrong thing here. See, you can see it's, once you've got that balance, like I've said before, you can, that's like a little ball. That's gravity, a bit of gravity there. So what you're trying to do with stick control is capture the element of that. So you're trying to get it to a point where you can control it. So if you're doing, so you're not, the energy you exert can be salvaged for long term when you're playing. So one of the reasons why a lot of those guys, Butch Miles, when they started to swing, they kept going with their swing, and they had that energy and that drive behind them. They were actually relaxing all the time, but when they needed power, they had that power there. So, you know, they could get... They could stay, the staying power was immense. And you look at guys like Dave Weckl now. I watch Dave Weckl, and he uses his stick control to the advantage, and his left hand off a traditional grip. When he's playing, he's doing those kind of things, and that just blows my mind. I've learned a thing where, with stick control, where, like I said before, you can get a triplet, and you can accent that triplet in a closed roll. So if you close your roll, you've got that nice closed roll sound like that. We all know the triplets go 1 under, 2 under, 3 under, 4 under, 1 under, 2 under, 3 under, 4 under. If we close the roll, on that. Doesn't matter what you're doing. It's a lot of fun. Coming back to the Bernard Purdie. Bernard Purdie. And that kind of thing where they go to get a bomb, you know. It sounds fantastic. Drumming's a lot of fun. Right, and I'm here to try and help some of you guys that are just starting. Drumming's hard when you're just starting. So on my next video, I'm going to talk about going back to basics. I've got all the basics here. So learning how to count whole note, half note, quarter note, eighth note, 16th note, all your everything you need to know right here. Whole note rest, half note rest, etc. Quarter, eighth, 16th, 32nd. How it's all laid out, how it's all mapped out. Whole note used to be called the semi-breve. Now, for a lot of you older drummers out there, semi-breve, a minim, a crotchet, a quaver, a semi-quaver, and a hemi-semi-quaver. Drumming's been around for over 100 years. It's been a long time. It goes back even longer. If you have a look at, they used drums in war. They've used drums throughout the centuries. So drumming's a lot of fun. It's now a lot of fun. They've made it into an incredible you know, it's evolved so well now. Yeah, but getting back to this, it's a great feel. Yeah, so it's 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 3 and so on and so on and so on. I could keep drumming and bashing away, but please, this section here is not as hard. I'm going to slow this right down now. We'll just break this up a little bit. So let's see from the top. It's both together, followed by 1, then 1. So you got that. So it's. That's it. That's basically what that is. All as I'm doing outside of that is adding an extra note here. Instead of going dum 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 sorry dum dum ba dum dum da da ba, right? I'm just that part there. I'm actually adding it, I'm just throwing it in here for now, just to give you guys an idea of how far you can go with it. So you can go there, just before the triplet on the kick. Most drummers, they have two pedals. I work off one. By the way, yeah, I had a knee reconstruction, so my kick's only just starting to work now. So if I'm a bit sloppy, that's why. But I've still got a lot of knowledge that I can help you guys out with. So yeah, so on the next video, I'd like to talk about that. Actually, I don't know that. Let's talk about this. Yeah. Anyway, and that's enough for me today. See if I can work this in something maybe.